This video is about famous Hollywood celebrities and people who passed away in January 2005 in the United States. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Virginia Mayo. She was born in November 1920 and she died in January 2005. Her age was 84 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was pneumonia. Virginia Mayo was a stunning blonde actress who brightened many post-war Hollywood films. She could handle both drama and comedy with ease. Her career highlights included working alongside screen legends like James Cagney and Dana Andrews. Ruth Warick. She was born in June 1916 and she died in January 2005. Her age was 88 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was pneumonia-related complications. Ruth Warick made her screen debut in Citizen Kane and later became a beloved soap opera star on All My Children. Her performances combined elegance and strength. She enjoyed a career that spanned over 6 decades. Johnny Carson. He was born in October 1925 and he died in January 2005. His age was 79 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was emphysema. Johnny Carson was a legendary talk show host who reigned over late-night television for 30 years. His wit, timing, and charisma made The Tonight Show a cultural institution. He influenced generations of comedians and entertainers worldwide. Lamar Bentley. He was born in October 1973 and he died in January 2005. His age was 31 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was car accident. Lamar Bentley was a rising star, best known for playing Hakeem on the sitcom Mayo. He also appeared in films and music videos. His life was tragically cut short by a car accident, ending a promising career far too soon. Bill Shadow. He was born in July 1908 and he died in January 2005. His age was 96 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pneumonia. Bill Shadow was a pioneering journalist and broadcaster, serving as a CBS News anchor and a Second World War correspondent. His steady reporting style earned public trust during key historical moments. He remained a respected figure in journalism. Rosemary Kennedy. She was born in September 1918 and she died in January 2005. Her age was 86 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Rosemary Kennedy, sister to President John F. Kennedy, led a tragic life after a failed lobotomy left her incapacitated. Her situation inspired the Kennedy family's advocacy for disability rights. Her story remains an important chapter in American history. Rosemary Woods. She was born in December 1917 and she died in January 2005. Her age was 87 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Rosemary Woods served as Richard Nixon's loyal secretary for over 2 decades. She became a controversial figure during the Watergate scandal due to famous 8.5-minute gap on a crucial tape. Her role in history remains deeply scrutinized. Will Eisner. He was born in March 1917 and he died in January 2005. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from heart surgery. Will Eisner was a towering figure in comics and graphic storytelling. His creation, the spirit, and innovation in graphic novels revolutionized the medium. The Eisner Award, named after him, continued to honor excellence in the comics industry. Spencer Dryden. He was born in April 1938 and he died in January 2005. His age was 66 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was colon cancer. Spencer Dryden was the influential drummer for Jefferson Airplane during its peak years. His steady jazz-influenced drumming shaped the sound of 1960s counterculture rock. His contribution to music history remains significant. Shirley Chisholm. She was born in November 1924 and she died in January 2005. Her age was 80 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was stroke. Shirley Chisholm was a groundbreaking politician, educator, and author. She made history as the first black woman elected to the United States Congress and the first to seek a major party presidential nomination. Her fearless advocacy for minorities and women remains inspirational. Lucian Carr. He was born in March 1925 and he died in January 2005. His age was 79 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was bone cancer. Lucian Carr was a pivotal figure in the Beat generation's early days, introducing Jack Kerouac to Allen Ginsberg and William S. Burroughs. Later, he became a respected editor at UPI. His quiet but profound influence on American literature is undeniable. Devon Coach. He was born in November 1927 and he died in January 2005. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung cancer. Devon Coach was a brilliant writer, illustrator, and translator, known for his rich and challenging prose. His works blended history, myth, and imagination in unique ways. He remains a celebrated intellectual and creative force in American letters. Robert Hile Brawer. He was born in March 1919 and he died in January 2005. His age was 85 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was stroke. Robert Hile Brawer was a renowned economist and author who made the complex world of economic theory accessible to general readers. His book, The Worldly Philosophers, remains a classic. He illuminated the human side of economic thought. Bob Matsui. He was born in September 1941 and he died in January 2005. His age was 63 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pneumonia. Bob Matsui served California's 5th District for over 2 decades with distinction. A Japanese-American internment survivor, he championed civil rights and redress for internment victims. His commitment to justice and community earned wide respect. Arnold Danker. He was born in February 1914 and he died in January 2005. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was brain cancer. Arnold Danker was a prominent figure in American chess, earning the title the Dean of American Chess. He dominated tournaments in the 1940s and remained a passionate promoter of the game throughout his life. His contributions helped chess grow in the United States. Mathew McCarti. He was born in June 1911 and he died in January 2005. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. Mathew McCarti was a pioneering geneticist whose work with Avery and MacLeod helped identify DNA as the carrier of genetic information. His discoveries transformed molecular biology. He remained active in research and academia for decades. Alton Toby. He was born in November 1914 and he died in January 2005. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Alton Toby was an artist celebrated for his realistic historical paintings and murals. His work adorned museums, public spaces, and textbooks, bringing history vividly to life. His talent and passion for education through art were unmatched. James Foreman. He was born in October 1928 and he died in January 2005. His age was 76 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was colon cancer. James Foreman was a key strategist in the American Civil Rights Movement. As a leader In SNCC, he helped organize major campaigns for voting rights and racial equality. His bravery and intellect made a lasting impact on the fight for justice. Roland Fry. He was born in July 1921 and he died in January 2005. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Roland Fry was a distinguished scholar who explored the intersections of theology, literature, and history. His studies of Shakespeare and biblical texts earned him widespread acclaim. His intellectual rigor left a lasting impact on multiple fields. Fry was awarded the Thomas Jefferson Award by the American Philosophical Society. Philip Johnson. He was born in July 1926 and he died in January 2005. His age was 98 at the time of his death, and he died in his sleep. Philip Johnson was one of the most influential American architects of the 20th century, known for his glass house and collaboration on the Seagram building. He shaped modern and postmodern architecture. His vision left an indelible mark on city skylines. Eugene J Martin. He was born in July 1938 and he died in January 2005. His age was 66 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from stroke. Eugene J Martin was an American artist celebrated for his unique blend of surrealism, abstraction, and whimsy. His colorful, imaginative works found home in major galleries. Despite personal hardships, he created a rich legacy of artistic innovation. Adriana Lee Reynolds. She was born in June 1988 and she died in January 2005. Her age was 16 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was murder. Adriana Reynolds was a teenager whose life was tragically cut short by a brutal crime in Illinois. Her murder shocked the nation and sparked important conversations about youth violence and prevention. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.